starring June Lockhart, Hugh Riley, John Provost as Timmy, and, of course, Lassie.
Aren't these just beautiful?
That couldn't be better. Fine, tree-ripened #1 apricots, picked at the peak of perfection. You know they'll bring a fine #1 price at the city market, too.
Oh, I hope so. After my working my fingers to the bone. My, you're out early. Still an hour before school.
You couldn't have picked a better morning. We sure can use some help.
I'd like to help, Dad, but I have to do my homework.
Homework? Out here in our apricot orchard?
Honest, Mom. It's for nature study. Miss Hazlitt wants us to collect specimens of Lepidoptera chrysalis.
Lepidoptera what?
Chrysalis. You know, butterfly cocoons.
Oh.
We're studying insects and their metamorphosis. That's when they change from bugs or worms, grow wings, turn into flies or butterflies. Did you know insects were on this earth 300 million years before people were?
My, no, I didn't.
There's really only one kind of people, but there are 2 to 4 million different kinds of insects.
No, I know. I've seen at least that many around here. That's right, Lassie. And if the professor keeps on talking, he'll miss the school bell. And then he won't get any Lepidoptera specimen.
And we won't get our apricots picked. Last summer, I saw a lot of butterflies over there. Maybe you might find some of their cocoons now.
Thanks, Mom. That's a good idea. We'll go take a look.
All right.
Come on, Lassie. Lassie, our first specimen. This is what we're looking for. Now, I'll stay around here and look for some. And you go over there and try to find them, okay, girl? Go on. Good work, girl. Lassie, go see if you can find some more. That's terrific, Lassie. We've got enough now. Come on, let's get to school.
And so the hairy caterpillar that spun itself in a protective cocoon emerges weeks later, transformed as if by magic into a beautiful butterfly. And nature's miracle of metamorphosis is complete. And that's what we'll be watching for in the specimens we've collected. Timmy and Craig, will you raise the blinds, please? Thank you, boys. Now let's get to work. Now, be very sure you identify every one of your specimens. If there are any of them you can't find in your textbooks, you can use my reference book. Are you having trouble, Timmy?
Yes, ma'am. I can't seem to find this one.
Well, maybe you'd better try my reference book.
Thank you. Parthetria dispar, commonly known as the gypsy moth.
Did you find it, Timmy?
I think so, Miss Hazlitt. But it says here it isn't a butterfly at all. It's a moth.
Oh? No, I think you're right, Timmy.
The gypsy moth, a destructive insect pest.
May infest entire forests and fruit trees.
Yeah, they do look alike. Of course, I'm no expert.
They're supposed to be destructive to hardwood and fruit trees. And Lassie and I found them in the apricot orchard.
Well, you were right to be worried. An insect blight could kill our fruit trees.
Good heavens.
I better find out. Mr. McBride, this is Paul Martin of the Martin Farm. Well, look, our son Timmy's been collecting cocoon specimens for school, and he found one that may be important. We think it's a gypsy moth. What? Yes, I know there've never been any around here before. That's why I'm calling you. Yes, I've checked it myself. You will? Thank you. Well, he's coming right over. He's going to meet us out in the orchard. Oh, hello, Mr. McBride. Mr. Martin?
How are you?
Well, that's what I was telling you about.
It's a gypsy, all right. We never had gypsy moths within hundreds of miles of here before.
Well, how serious could that be?
Depends on how badly our area is infested.
How could the cocoons have gotten here in the first place?
Most likely carried in on a plant from some infested area.
Well, what can we do about it?
Well, if your son here can show us exactly where he found the cocoon, we can pinpoint the source and destroy the cocoons with this equipment before they can open and spread.
Well, sure, I can show you. Come on, Lassie. We found the first ones right here.
Nope, don't see any more in here.
Where else did you find the cocoon, son?
We found a couple over there.
Nope.
Any others, son?
Wait a minute. Lassie brought me a twig with some cocoons on it. And that's the one.
Well, that's the place we want to find. You think she can take us to it?
Sure, I guess she'll remember. Lassie, look at this. Now show us where you found it, understand? Go on, girl. Lassie, there's no cocoons around here. Now, come on, girl. Try to remember. Show us where you found these, understand?
I don't see any trace of them around here. Well, wherever they are, those cocoons will be opening any day. And when they do, we got our work cut out for us.
Well, how will you handle it?
Well, we'll need everyone's cooperation. We'll plant newspaper stories, post billboards, TV, radio spot announcements. Oh, in the meantime, I'll have to quarantine the Calverton area. That means no shipment of plants, fruits, or vegetables until we
How about
find
my
out...
apricot crop? It's ready for shipment right now. If those apricots don't reach the market within 48 hours, they're a dead loss.
Well, we can't make any exceptions, Paul. Don't you see? If those cocoons hatch, it could cost millions of dollars. And I'd better get to work on it right now. The fact that Timmy Martin and Lassie discovered the Gypsy Moth cocoons and that Mr. Martin reported them immediately is most favorable. But the biggest thing in our favor is that the cocoons haven't opened. The moths haven't had a chance to scatter and lay egg clusters.
Lassie, be quiet. Lassie, this is real important. You'll just have to wait.
This gives us a chance, but it's going to require the cooperation of every man, woman, boy, and girl to search the whole Calverton area. Now, this is the enemy we are looking for. So take a good long look. And if any of you see him, or even think you see him, come and report to us immediately.
Hi, Lassie. Okay, I'm coming. Lassie, slow down. Lassie, what's this all about? Cocoons. cocoons. You found them, Lassie. This must be where they came from. The ranger said they were probably carried in. Mr. Engineer, stop! Mr. Conductor, are you going to move that car?
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Well, you can't. You don't know what's inside.
Sure do. Load of freight to be delivered in Wayville.
But on those little trees, there's hundreds of gypsy moth cocoons.
Listen, Sonny, we're not responsible for the condition of the freight. We're only responsible for getting it there on time. And right about now...
But if you move that car and those cocoons open, you'll be spreading gypsy moths all over the country. And it'll cost millions and millions of dollars.
Sonny, it's a serious matter holding up a train. If this is a joke...
Honest, mister, it's no joke. If you don't believe me, then talk to the forest ranger. He's put a quarantine on, and he wants everybody in Calverton to help him look for cocoons.
Where is the ranger?
Well, he's at my school. I could get him for you real quick.
All right. I'll hold my train for 10 minutes, no longer. If you're not back by then...
Don't worry, we'll be here. Lassie, go get Dad.
I'm certainly glad you waited.
The lad wasn't kidding there.
No, he wasn't. Now show us what Lassie found.
Right in there, on those little trees.
What is it, Timmy?
Dad, that's where the gypsy moth cocoons came from.
Take a look. Gypsy moth cocoons. Your cargo's loaded with them.
Those little things?
Those little things. Insects destroy more of our trees every year than forest fires. You'd better uncouple your train. I'm impounding this car and cargo.
That's all I want to know. You're quite a lad, Sonny.
Thanks, mister. But I didn't find them. Lassie did.
Hey, I better highball out of here before they send out a search party.
Well, that takes care of that.
Are you absolutely convinced those trees were the source of the cocoons?
They must have been shipped down from some infested area.
Well, then can you lift the quarantine here in Calverton?
No, not yet. We don't know how the cocoons got into your woods. If they spread that far, they must be in other places, too.
What's the matter, Lassie?
You must have something else on her mind.
Well, let's find out.
Mr. McBride, give me a boost. Oh, what do you know?
What is it?
Those crazy blue jays. They've been carrying twigs and cocoons from the boxcar to their nest. It's just full of them. Here, have one.
Well, is that your answer?
Yeah, probably. We'll have to keep up the search till we're absolutely sure. You can go ahead and ship your apricots. I'll take the responsibility.
Oh, boy. Listen, Lassie. No old Parthetria Tispar has a chance to do any damage when you're around. Does he, girl?